the speed. So some investors will look at a couple of things, either IRR, internal rate of return, or return on investment, ROI. Sometimes they are very similar. Sometimes they can range. A same deal may be 14% IRR, but 20% return on investment per year. And people are like scratching their head, like, why is it so different? In a nutshell, and you guys can review this on your own time. So I'm going to give you a little bit different spin on this as we go through this section. IRR is essentially a time-weighted metric. So some of these deals may or may not have cash flow in it. And if you put cash flow in your underwriting, it will make the IRR or go up, essentially. But then if you say that there's going to be like 5-6% cash flow in years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you exit at year 5, like I said, it'll make your IRR go up. But what if you don't have that, right? There's big ifs. There's always risks in investing, and you need to take that into account, because a syndicator could just throw that on there and just make their numbers inflate. Or what some people will do is just raise extra capital to give away artificial cash flow to prop up that IRR. So that's what makes things difficult, as you can see, from a passive investor. And I think a good passive investor is always take it with a grain of salt or understand the shades of gray here. I, for the most part, this is just my style, is I look at return on investment first. What am I getting on like a 5-year period, per se? For those race car enthusiasts out there, you guys know cars are typically measured, I believe, on the quarter mile. And people would probably ask, why don't you measure it on a 100-yard dash or a 5-mile run? That's just how it is. And in terms of investing in these types of value-add deals, they typically take anywhere from 3 to 6 years. So to compare apples to apples, that's why I personally always use like that 5-year metric, just to compare things. And that's what makes passive investing in general difficult, because you're trying to compare unique investments. And this is what the average traditional investor is really difficult to overcome mentally, where you're comparing like Apple stock with Microsoft stock, and you're going to hold it in a very liquid arrangement, easy stock arrangement. Very different than these elite liquid investments, such as real estate projects or venture capital projects, where they have different timelines and different business plans. I would say